Uh, there's obviously some chances were unlucky. Uh, like, and then they come in at some bad times. I thought overall, we didn't give up too much in the first half. Made the tackles when we needed to. Ollie did his job, and then the ball bounces or comes out to the guy kind of luckily in the box, and they finish it right before halftime, which is frustrating. And then second half, I mean, I felt like if you just talk about flow, energy, game state, I thought we were doing pretty well. I thought the guy's energy was good, and that's the big thing for us is that if the intensity's there, then more times than not we're going to get the result. So it's obviously frustrating that we didn't get the result, but with that being said, I thought the energy was pretty good, and you could see that from the guys, and their goals kind of came at unfortunate times that um it was we kind of dug ourselves a hole.
And you talked a little bit about confidence and mindset of the group being down a little bit. And I guess, is that also a factor of just how successful you guys were last year, getting the pressure to kind of keep up with that pace? Is that something that you guys have thought about, or is that in the back of your mind as you go through some tougher results?
I mean, I don't know. I don't look at pressure as far as past seasons or anything. I mean, to me, I'm just trying to go out here and win every game. And if we're not winning the game, then I'm trying to do whatever I can. And I thought, uh, we take some chances. We try to play a little more aggressive, and then we don't take our chances and they take theirs. I mean, ultimately, I think the way that we've been successful in the past is, you know, executing on critical moments is a big thing that we talk about. Both ends of the field, and we didn't really execute in when we needed to in the back third or in the box area, and then we didn't execute the critical moments in the final third.
You had a couple of new guys back there with you tonight. Obviously, Elijah is, from our perspective, interesting. He's starting alongside you back there, and then Owen also getting a start along the back line. What do you make about their performances?
I liked Owen's intensity. He's got a lot of tools. You see that on the run, and the unlucky own goal, really really weird play. And then he goes ahead and has a great assist. So I mean, that's a credit to his mentality and not letting it himself get down because it's easy to, especially a guy who hasn't gotten a lot of minutes. And Elijah's a guy who he's got a lot of good attributes, and we have faith in him wherever he goes in the field. There's been times late in the season last year he would kind of come late as a 10 and help close out games or get those critical moments to get goals. And he also had moments last year where he filled in a back three. So it's not a completely new thing for him. And to be honest, I thought he did pretty solid. And I don't think we just necessarily executed, the system as well as we could have. But with that being said, we did create a couple of chances that, if we score the breakaway, in the 30th minute or whatever it was, then you're like, all right, it's easy to be like, Elijah's playing great at outside center back, like that's how easy it is to, you feel like as a player, someone can be like, oh, you played great or you played bad. You're man of the match because you scored a goal and you didn't do anything else. Or I'm not saying that about Wilson tonight. I'm just saying in general, because that's how it can look from the outside where, there's a lot more that goes into the game than, we talk about process. We talk about the in and out day to day. And I think, like Elijah back there has got a lot of great tools. We might go back to that. So it's something that, and if we do, every single person in the locker room's got faith in him.
Was there any conversation at halftime about making the switch, making that change in formation back to the four-man back?
Well, I mean, we didn't just decide like we had to have changed something. We had made subs. Danny comes in, so he comes in and says we're making a change. But what he did come in, he said, hey, we're coming in, and this is not because of certain individuals. It wasn't because Martin wasn't playing good, or it wasn't because Dylan wasn't playing good, or that Elijah wasn't a good outside center back. It was just tactically. And that's the thing is it's not It wasn't on any individual. It's, you see what the game gives you, and you try to tweak and change to take advantage of what we see.
You've seen enough of Martin at this point. I mean, an interesting midseason addition. Does he give you guys something?
Yeah, I mean, he's strong. He put himself in some good moments. Obviously, he gets himself in a good spot for a breakaway. Obviously, we wish he would have finished it, but he got himself in a good spot there. Had a couple good moments of hold up play, a couple times where he tries spinning, and that's his first time of having more minutes than just the last 5 minutes of that indie game. So I think it's a promising introduction, and definitely a tool you'll see more of.